Back again with another episode of the Church Video Series. My name is Brady from ProChurchTools.com, and today we are talking about ISO. ISO is a term that measures your camera's sensor's sensitivity to light. The higher the ISO, the more sensitive your camera sensor is to light. The lower ISO, the lower your camera sensor sensitivity is. ISO is a good way to add more brightness to your shot when you find that it's too dark. If you can't add any more lights, or if you can't open up your aperture anymore, just boost the ISO and it'll brighten up your image. But beware, the lower ISO you can shoot at, the better, because as you bump up your ISO more and more, you add more grain and more noise to your image. Image noise looks like this. This is a part of an image zoomed in at 160 ISO, and this is an image zoomed in at 3200 ISO. You can see all the digital noise. Here are them both next to each other. On the left we have 160. You can see how clean the image is even at 10 times zoom. But here on the right we have 3200 ISO, and you can see how grainy and the digital noise, which is just disgusting. The lower ISO you can shoot at, the better. I always try to keep it below 400 ISO if possible, but obviously there are situations where this is not possible. And as long as you keep it under 1000 on most cameras, you should be fine. Now granted, there will be situations where you have to go above 1000. For instance, you might have to go above 1000 just to get any sort of image at all if you're shooting completely outside during the dark. But as much as possible, keep it as low as you can. You may find keeping a low ISO particularly difficult in church settings. Churches are notorious for having low lighting and very, very poor lighting. And if this is the case and you find yourself in this predicament, there are two options that I suggest you consider. First, move as close to your subject as possible. Usually there is some lighting, and the closer you get, the more you will allow yourself to use that light to your advantage. Number two, and this is more of a long-term thing, consider getting some lights for your church, at least for the stage or the pulpit, wherever your pastor does his speaking from. This will not only do wonders for your camera if you're shooting your services, but it will also do wonders for your congregation. If you still need a better understanding of how ISO works, think of it like the gain knob on the soundboard. If you're familiar with audio recording at all, the gain knob or the gain slider is a way to boost or change the signal sensitivity. Just like in ISO, you're boosting the light sensitivity. What you need to know about ISO is that you should always shoot at the lowest ISO you possibly can. I would much rather add more lighting, get closer to my subject, or open my aperture a bit wider than boost the ISO. Now obviously, as we mentioned before, there will be situations where you cannot avoid this. Just remember, use it as a last resource rather than as a substitute for proper aperture or proper lighting. Well, that's all for today with the Church Video Series from ProChurchTools.com. My name is Brady, and if you are interested in learning more about church video, about church media, head over to ProChurchTools.com for more video training, and you can get your very own exclusive to subscribers Pro Church Toolkit, which has exclusive videos and exclusive ebooks for those that sign up for Pro Church Tools. And the best part, it's all free. What are you waiting for? Get on it. We'll see you next time.